Hi students, welcome back to video classes. In the previous video, we learned how to multiply a whole number by a fractional number. So that is proper or improper. Now in this video, we learned the multiplication of fraction by fraction. Multiplication of fraction by fraction. So how to multiply two fractions? So consider find the product of my two fractions, product of say half of 1/3. What is the product of half of 1/3? First tell me, how do you find 1/3 of whole? How do you find 1/3 of whole? To find the product of half of 1/3, first you find what is the 1/3 of a whole. So here 1/3 of whole is represented by as, so 1/3 means here the whole is divided into 3 equal parts. Let the whole be, say this is a rectangle, say this is a rectangle, this is the whole, say this is the whole, this is the whole is divided into 3 equal parts. So the whole is divided into 3 equal parts. Out of 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, how many parts are taken? That means how many parts are to be shaded? 1 part. So this is the shaded part. Let me shade 1 part. So how do you find 1/3 of a whole? So like this, what is the shaded part? This is 1/3. This is 1/3 of whole. This is 1/3 of whole. Now, how to find half of 1/3? Isn't it? The question is half of 1/3. We know 1/3. We know 1/3. This is the 1/3 of whole. Now, let me find. So that means how to find? Now, how to find half of 1/3. Half of 1/3 means half of, this is shaded part. 1/3 shaded part. Half of shaded part. That is, what does it mean? That is half of 1/3. Now divide this 1/3 into 2 equal parts. Why? Because this is the whole. Now this is the whole. The whole is divided into 2 equal parts. Here what is the whole? This is the whole. This 1/3 is the whole. Now you divide this whole into 2 equal parts. Now divide, whole means 1/3. 1/3 into 2 equal parts. Why? Because half, 2 equal parts, half of 1/3. So here, what is 1/3? This is the 1/3. So this, let me draw the same diagram. This is the 1/3, isn't it? This is the 1/3. Now How can you divide this 1/3? Half. That means now divide this 1/3 into two equal parts. Half. Divide this 1/3 into two equal parts. So why? Because half of 1/3, the whole is to be divided into two equal parts. Now, how many such parts do you observe here? Only two parts. Only two parts. Now, what is the fraction of the whole? What is the fraction of this one whole? So this is the half of 1/3. This is half of. This is the half of 1/3. Now the question is, now what is the fraction? This is what is the fraction of the whole? For this, you divide the remaining 1/3. Just so this is the 1/3 and this is the 1/3 also. Now you divide the remaining 1/3 into two equal halves. So like this. Now, how many such equal parts do you observe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, there are how many are there? 6 equal parts. How many are there? There are 6 equal parts. Therefore, the shaded part is, this is the shaded part, is one of the 6 parts. Therefore, shaded part is equal to part is one of the what we call 6 parts, right? Therefore, 1/6 of the whole. 1/6 of the whole. Therefore, this is half of 1/3 is equal to 1/6, or we can do the same thing as half of. Therefore, half of 1/3 is 1/6. No, not 1. Sorry, 1/6. Or we can write we can do the same thing as half of 1/3 is equal to, as we know, the multiplication 1/2 into 1/3, which is equal to product of numerators by product of denominators, which is equal to 1 1 1/2 3 is 6. So therefore, half of 1/3 is equal to, so we can do the problem, we can do the multiplication in this way also. Therefore, the product of two or more fractions, is equal to the product of numerators by product of denominators. You just multiply the numerators and multiply the denominator separately. So therefore, product of multiplication of two fractions means product of two fractions is equal to, what is the rule? Product of numerators by product of denominators. Product of numerators by product of denominators. When you are going to multiply two fractions, you follow this rule. So what is the product of two fractions? Product of numerators by product of denominators. So same as the above, suppose if you change the order here, 1/2 into 1/3. Now you multiply, so same as the above, first multiply 1/3 into 1/2. Here the order is changed, 1/2 into 1/3, here 1/3 into 1/2, which is equal to, apply the rule. What is the rule here? We have product of numerators by 1 into 1 by product of denominators 3 into, denominators are 3 and 2, therefore which is equal to 1/6. So here 1 by 2 into 1 by 3, here 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. Here the order is changed. Therefore, the product of two fractions is same. 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 into 1 by 2. So therefore, the product of two fractions is same even if we change their order. We'll get the same product only. So we can write the same thing as, therefore, the product of two fractions, the product of two fractions is same even if we change their order, So this is the rule. Good. So the next topic is value of products of fractions. Value of products of fractions. Value of products of fractions means the product of two proper fractions and the product of two improper fractions. So we'll do one by one. As we know that the product of two whole numbers, so say 2 into 4, how much? 2 4s are 8. When you multiply two whole numbers, you will get the whole number. Here 8 is the product of 2 and 4. The product of these two whole numbers is 8. Therefore 8 is bigger than each of these two numbers, isn't it? Therefore here 8 is greater than 2 and 8 is greater than 4. Therefore the product of two whole numbers is bigger than each of the two whole numbers. So for example, another one, 4 9s are how much? 36. Therefore 36 is greater than 4 and 36 is, the product is greater than the other number. Now when we multiply two proper fractions, what happens to the value of the product? Now we will multiply the two proper fraction. Product of two proper fractions. Product of two proper fractions. For example, example 1. Multiply two proper fractions. Write two proper fractions, 2 by 3 and 3 by 4. Isn't 2 by 3 is the proper fraction? 3 by 4 is also the another proper fraction. When you multiply these two proper fractions, what happens to the value of the product? As we know that the product of two fractions is equal to product of numerators by 2 into 3 by product of denominators 3 into 4, which is equal to 2 3s, 6 by 3 4s, 12. 6 by 12 is the product of 2 by 3 and 3 by 4. Here compare 6 by 12 and 2 by 3. Compare these two, 6 by 12 and 2 by 3. So sir, do here 6 by 12 and 2 by 3. Take this pair. 6 by 12 is the product of these two fractions. Now you compare this product with each of these fractions. First compare with 2 by 3. So to compare the two fractions, the fractions should be like. Here these two are unlike. To convert into the like fractions, to convert into the like fractions. So procedure is find the LCM of the denominators and make the denominators equal to LCM. That is the one method. Another one easy method is by cross multiplication. 6 into 3, 12 into 3. Multiply numerator and denominator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction. 6 3s are 18 by 6 3s are 18. 12 3s are 36. Next, multiply numerator and denominator of the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction. 2 12s are 24 by 3 12s are 36. Now, these two are like. Now, compare the numerators. 18 is greater than 24 or less than 24. 18 is, when you compare the two like fractions, compare the numerators. 18 is less than 24. Therefore, 18 by 36 is less than 24 by 36. What is this 18 by 36? 6 by 12. What is this 6 by 12? This is the product. Therefore, the product of two proper fractions is always less than each of the proper fractions. Therefore, 6 by 12 is less than 2 by 3. And similarly, when you compare with 3 by 4, this will also less than 6 by 12 is less than the other fraction 3 by 4. Did you understand? That means the product is less than each of the fractions. Here the product is less than each of the fractions. The product is less than each of the fractions. Therefore, we can write the same thing as the value of the product of two fractions. So this is the product of these two fractions. The value of the product of two fractions is less than or smaller than each of the two fractions. Did you understand, students? Therefore, the value of which value? Product. The value of the product of two proper fractions is less than or smaller than each of the two fractions. Each of less than two fractions. Therefore, 6 by 12 is less than 2 by 3. 6 by 12 is less than 3 by 4. Now, let us find the product of two improper fractions. Product of two improper fractions. Now, what is the product of two improper fractions? Is it greater than each of the fractions or less than each of the two fractions? Let us find. For example, improper fractions means take two improper fractions, 3 by 2 and say 5 by 3. 3 by 2 into 5 by 3. 3 by 2 into 5 by 3 means which is equal to how much? Product of numerators by product of denominators. 3 5s are 15 by 3 2s are 6. Now, is this product, so is this greater than 3 by 2 or less than 3 by 2? So, let us find 15 by 6. Compare these two, 15 by 6 and 3 by 2. We will see 3 by 2. Here the denominators are not same. Make the denominators equal. So here find out. So by cross multiplication, 2 15s, 2 3s. 2 15s are 30 by 2 6 are 12. Here 3 by 2. 6 3s, 6 2. 6 3s are 18 by 6 2s are 12. Now the denominators are same. Compare the numerators. Now 30 is greater than, numerators are 30 and 18. 30 is greater than 8. Therefore 30 by 12 is greater than 8 by 16. Here the product is, when you multiply two improper fractions, the product should be greater than, each of the two fractions. Similarly, 15 by 6 is greater than 3 by 2 means, and similarly 15 by 6 is also greater than 5 by 3. You can check here. So like that, 15 by 6, 5 by 3. So convert into the like fractions and compare the numerators. We will find that 15 by 6 is greater than 5 by 3. So take another example. So this is the example 1, and this is the example 2. Improper fractions, 9 by say 2 and 8 by 3. Multiply these two. So what is the product we got? 9 8s are product of numerators 72 by product of denominators 2 3s 6. So 72 by 6. Now compare these two fractions, 72 by 6 and 9 by 2, 72 by 6 and 8 by 3. 72 by 6 and 9 by 2, 72 by 6 and 8 by 3. So here 72 by 6, 9 by 2. Here the denominators are not same. Make the denominators equal. Now 72 2's how much? So do here. 72 2's, 2 2's 4, 2 7's 14, 144 by 2 6, 12. Now 9 6, 6 2, 6 9's 6 2. Now multiply numerator and denominator by this 6. 9 6 are 54 by 2 6 are 12. Now the denominators are same. Now compare the numerators, 144 and 54. Now 144 is greater than 54. Therefore 144 by 12 is greater than 54 by 12. What is this 144 by 12, which is equal to 72 by 6 is greater than 54 by 12 means 9 by 4. Similarly, and so this is also greater than the second fraction. So we find that by observing these two examples, we find that product of two improper fractions, two improper fractions is greater than or less than? Greater than. Very good. Therefore the product of two improper fractions is greater than each of the two fractions, each of the two fractions. So this is very important point, each of the two fractions. Up to here we find the product of two proper fractions and product of two improper fractions. So of course product of two proper fractions is less than each of the two fractions, and product of two improper fractions is greater than each of the two fractions. Now let us multiply product of proper and improper fractions. Product of proper and an improper fraction. Product of proper and an improper fraction. So tell me one proper fraction, 2 by 3, and improper fraction. When you multiply proper fraction and improper fraction, we'll see what happened. 2 by 3 into, so this is the proper fraction, and improper fraction means numerator is greater than denominator, say 7 by 4. So 2 by 3 into 7 by 4 means, which is equal to the product of numerators by product of denominators, 2 sevens, 14 by 3/4. How much? 12. Now is this product greater than 2 by 3 or less than 2 by 3? Or is this product greater than 7 by 4 or less than 7 by 4? So here we'll do one by one. Here 14 by 12, take 14 by 12 and 2 by 3, proper fraction. Here this is the product and this is the proper fraction. First you compare these two, 2 by 3. So this is the proper fraction. So 14 by 3, 14 by 12 and 2 by 3. So these two are unlike. Convert into the like by cross multiplication. 14 3s, 12 3s. 14 into 3. How much? 14 3s are 42 by 12 3s are 42. 42 by 14 3s are 36. Now here 2 by 3, 2 into 12, 3 into 12. 2 12s are 24 by 3 12s are 36. Now the denominators are same. Now we compare the numerators. 42 and 24. 42 is greater than 24, isn't it? Therefore 42 by 36 is greater than 24 by 36. Therefore what is this 42 by 36? What is this 42 by 36? 14 by 12 is greater than 2 by 3. Therefore, what is this 14 by 12? It is the product. 14 by 12 is the product of these two fractions. Therefore, 14 by 12 is greater than 2 by 3. What is this 2 by 3? This is proper fraction. Therefore, the product is greater than proper fraction. Now, let us compare with the improper fraction. (14 by 12). What is improper fraction? 7 by 4. 7 by 4. Now make the denominators equal. 14 fours are how much? 56. Make the denominators equal. 14 12s are 12 fours are 48. Now 7 12s are how much? 84 by 4 12s are 48. Now 56 by 48, 84 by 48. Denominators are equal. Now you compare the numerators. 56, 84. 56 is greater than 84 or less than 84? Less than. Therefore 56 by 48 is less than 84 by 48. What is this 56 by 48? 14 by 12. What is this 14 by 12? It is the product of two fractions is less than. What is this 84 by 48? 7 by 4. This 7 by 4 means it is improper fraction. This is improper fraction. Therefore, the product of two fractions of which one proper and improper fraction One is, that is, the product is greater than proper fraction and the product is less than improper fraction. Okay, students. So this is a brief explanation about the multiplication of two fractions. Now, in the next video, we'll start the exercise.